Thanks for clicking on the video. My name's Tom Allsop. Today I'm going to show you the easiest thing you can do to be a more effective singles player and ultimately win more tennis matches. So a very simple thing you can do to become a better tennis player, to become someone who is just difficult to play against, is to be able to take time away from your opponent. When they hit a short ball, move forwards to hit your shots, take time away from them. But also when you land the ball a little bit shorter or they have time to hit a good shot, back up off the baseline and give yourself a little bit more time. Time to track down balls and time to get into better positions to hit better shots. If you take a look at a lot of clay court players, they are excellent at moving back to create more time and moving forwards to try and do things like attack or even hit drop shots. So they want to be back here defending and they want to move up the court to attack. Now, if you take someone like Nadal, he doesn't hit a lot of balls on the rise or take them as half volleys. Now, one of the reasons for that is when you're playing on clay, there can be some bad bounces. Even on the best clay courts in the world, sometimes there's some bad bounces. The clay courts we tend to play on, there's a lot of bad bounces. So you don't want to be taking balls on the rise where you're not sure how that ball is going to come off the ground. You want to make sure you're backing up, and when that ball bounces, you can make an adjustment, but also the ball is dropping into your strike zone. So for someone like Alcaraz or Nadal who are taking huge cuts at the ball, it's a lot easier for the ball to bounce, to go up and to drop into your strike zone as you're striking the ball, as opposed to hitting it on a half volley. Now, when you play on hard courts, it can be a little bit easier to take the ball on the rise, but it's still easier for almost every tennis player to time the shot. If you back up off the baseline, the ball bounces, it goes up, and then it drops into your strike zone. It's a lot easier to hit the ball like that. So get used to starting back. If your opponent has an easy shot, start back, but also move back to set up the shot and to hit a cleaner ball. Now, again, one thing you'll see with Alcaraz or Nadal, who do back up off the baseline quite a bit, is if you land the ball short, they are going to move forwards and they're going to hit that ball from inside the court. They're not going to take it necessarily on the rise, but if the ball lands short, they'll move forwards. Again, the ball's going to drop into the strike zone, but now they're going to be hitting a ball from here as opposed to here, and obviously that's going to be a way more effective shot. That also, if you've watched Alcaraz lately, sets up the drop shot. Alcaraz is taking a lot of time away from them by being further up the court, so they have to back up, which now opens up the drop shot. So a lot of times players will stay in the same place. They get very comfortable standing right on the baseline or maybe a couple of steps behind. They just stay there the whole time. So they're not using the court to give themselves more time and to take more time away. Now think about it this way. If I was to serve against you from here, obviously this would be cheating, but my serve would seem, it'd be a lot easier for me to serve, but it would also be more challenging for you to return my serve. And if I serve from here, it'd be way more difficult for me to hit an effective serve. And again, it would give you more time. So that little bit of court there is what I want to be using to take time away and to give myself a little bit more time to set up to shots. I don't know how it feels for you guys, but if I play someone who's backing up way off the baseline, it just feels like I got to hit the ball harder. It feels like I got to hit the ball closer to the line. I would prefer someone who stands a little bit closer, and then I feel like my shots are going to be more damaging. So I experienced this working with a lot of the better players. They have so much power that if the ball comes slow, they use that time to just load up and just smack the crap out of it. What they don't understand is if they just move forwards a little bit, this is going to take so much more time away than hitting a ball from here. So instead of just whacking the ball and loading up from here, get used to moving up into the court. It seems to me like people only really move forwards when they're thinking about coming to the net. But if you can just get used to moving up inside the court when the ball lands short and just hitting a shot from here, you don't have to come to the net. You can hit it. You can back up. A player who was great at this was Davydenko. Davydenko didn't come to the net very much, but he would always move forward to take the ball from as close to his opponents as possible without hindering his ability to time the shot. So get used to moving up in the court, hitting balls, and then just backing out. Now, if you check out these videos here, I think you'll learn a lot. This is a player that I've worked with for a long time, Nitsan. He's been featured on my channel quite a bit. And when I first started to work with him, which was pretty much when I took this video, we worked a lot on positioning. Getting back off the baseline, giving him a little bit more time to use his speed. He's got incredible speed, and to track balls down. But I also wanted to make sure that he moved up on the baseline when his opponent was in trouble. Even though you can't see his opponent, you know what his opponent is doing based on what he's doing, where he's standing, and how he's making adjustments. If they land ball short, if they get a little too passive, he's going to jump on that ball, and he's prepared to come to the net and finish off the point. If you enjoyed that, check out this video here. I think you'll get a lot out of that. Or in the description below, there's a free video on footwork, how to hit a more consistent ground stroke by being able to make adjustments with your body and with your feet. Go check that out. It's free and it's great.